In this video, we're going to be changing the pressure in a ResMed AirSense 10. To do this, we'll have to go to the clinical menu. We're going to take our two fingers and hold these two buttons down. Now we can see we are in the clinical menu. We're going to click settings, and as you can see, there's a bunch of settings we can change. Right now, the mode is at auto set, which means you have a pressure range that automatically adjusts throughout the night. For example, if your pressure is a 10, you probably want your max pressure to be around a 12. So we're going to put this at 12 here, and your min pressure somewhere around maybe a 7 or an 8 perhaps. If your doctor says perhaps that an optimal pressure for you is a 10, and they told you a pressure range you might want to have, it might be somewhere around an 8 to a 12, meaning your minimum pressure is an 8, your max pressure is a 12, and that means it'll never go above 12. The reason why we have a range there is as you toss and turn throughout the night, your tongue or your obstructive sleep apnea might get worse or better, so you might need a bit of a range. However, some people prefer, or they just need a continuous pressure throughout the night. In that case, it's important to have the mode in CPAP mode, and therefore you just have a single set pressure, so you can change the pressure just by spinning the dial and clicking it like that. So again, we click the dial, spin to the pressure you want. For example, your prescribed pressure is a 10, click, and there you go. You have a CPAP pressure of now 10. Now there's one more aspect of pressure we want to talk about, and that's EPR, and that's your expiratory pressure or your exhaling pressure. So if you have your EPR off, for example, just like that, then your pressure on your inhale is 10 and your pressure on your exhale is 10. EPR on, which is expiratory pressure relief, we click that and we turn it on. Now we can adjust the exhale pressure a little bit. This is not a BiPAP machine, which means we don't have full flexibility, but we still have 3 pressure settings. So for example, if we have an EPR set to 3, then we have a relief of 3. In other words, if our CPAP pressure is a 10 and we have EPR level set to 3, then our exhaling pressure is now a 7. So therefore, it's a little bit easier for us to exhale. So that's how we change the pressure. To recap, it's very simple. I'll go from the very top again. We are out of the clinical menu. So again, we take 2 fingers, we hold these 2 buttons down. We get to the clinical menu. We click settings. We try to figure out if we want CPAP or APAP mode. Your physician will tell you which mode is best for you. Once you have that mode set, then you can set the pressure to whatever mode is prescribed by your doctor. So if we have a pressure of 10 and we want to change it to a pressure of 15, we're just going to turn this dial until we get to 15. At last, we can go to EPR settings and turn on and off EPR settings. And if we have it on, we have 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3, which is going to decrease the amount of pressure in your CPAP machine every time you exhale. Once you are happy, you're going to go to the very top, click home, top, click exit, and you're now done.